welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Ritika, and this channel, The Vegan Flower Child, is all about making vegan recipes, exploring vegan food in cafes and restaurants, and exploring a lot of vegan products in the market. And today, besides a recipe video, we're going to be exploring some yummy gourmet vegan food in a vegan and gluten-free cafe situated in Mumbai, known as the Earth Cafe. And the recipe that we're going to be making today is your exotic mushroom pot rice with a scallion dressing. So let's get started with the recipe first.
So I'm going to be using a few different varieties of mushrooms to make this exotic mushroom pot rice. So here are some enoki mushrooms, some oyster mushrooms. They look so pretty. These are a few button mushrooms that we easily get in the market. That's one portobello mushroom. And finally, a few dried shiitake mushrooms. You can also use fresh ones if you have access to them. So now we're going to chop these mushrooms. I'm going to slice the dried shiitake mushrooms into thin strips, followed by the button mushrooms that I'm going to slice and cut into half. After which, I'm going to cut the enoki mushrooms into 3. You can just cut them into 2 also if you like. Now I'm going to slice the stem of the portobello mushroom. And then slice them vertically. I'm going to keep these large as they look really pretty. And finally, I'm going to slice the oyster mushrooms. These are such pretty mushrooms. You can use them just like that, without slicing them if you like. So now in a pan, I am going to add a knob of vegan butter, followed by 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. And once the butter melts completely, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic and 2 star anise. So we can let this saute till the time the garlic changes color slightly. Once that's done, I'm going to add a cup of brown rice that I've washed. And now we can mix this all up and let it saute for 30 seconds. Now we can add all our exotic mushrooms that we've chopped. Followed by 2.5 cups of water. Himalayan pink salt to taste. And a tablespoon of onion powder. Now we can mix this all up. cover it with a lid and let it cook for 20 minutes on medium to high flame. Post 20 minutes, we can remove the lid and our exotic mushroom pot rice is almost done. The fragrance of all the exotic mushrooms together with the star anise is heavenly. So I've removed our rice in a bowl and now we're going to garnish this generously with some coriander. So now it's time to make our scallion dressing, for which in a bowl I'm going to add a small cup of finely chopped green onions, followed by half a cup of light soy sauce, a tablespoon of unrefined raw sugar, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of toasted white sesame seeds. We can give this a good mix. And our scallion dressing is done. And our exotic mushroom pot rice is done. We can also make this pot rice with plain button mushrooms if you find that easier. It shall taste great even then. You can also add a few drops of sesame oil in the scallion dressing if you like, or over the pot rice if you like, to give it a more Asian flavor. The combination of the exotic mushroom pot rice with some scallion dressing on top, guys, is absolutely delicious. This dish is a must try. So now we're going to head to Earth Cafe, where I'm going to enjoy some amazing vegan gourmet food with you guys. This cafe is vegan and gluten free and they're situated in Mumbai, Waterfield Road. So their tables were well sanitized and they had a little bottle of water there which was infused with cucumber and mint flavors. I quite liked it. It was very refreshing. So in the appetizers, I called for Jack Jack. Now these were herbed sweet potatoes with a topping of sour cream and some spicy mayo. Quite amazing. And to go with it, I called for some pineapple basil lemonade which had chia seeds in it. It was quite nice as well. Next, we called for a Jamaican Joy Burger. which they served with a side of fries, ketchup, and sour cream. Their fries were quite crispy and delicious as well, and their sour cream is my favorite. This burger was so delicious and smoky. I loved it. Next, we called for a pizza known as Grinch. So all their pizzas or breads are gluten-free. So the base of this pizza was made with jawar and rice flour. This was topped with some pesto sauce, lots of veggies and vegan cheese. So I topped one slice with their in-house spice mix, some chili flakes, and enjoyed the bite. So this spaghetti dish that we call for is known as spaghetti meatballs. The meatballs were very authentic and bacony, and the spaghetti with the tomato sauce was so authentic. So our final main dish that we called for was known as the chef's special meal. This consisted of some grilled tofu slices with a smoky, delicious gravy, some amazing sauteed veggies, and a side of herbed white rice. The flavors of the gravy were so high gourmet and smoky. I loved it. And the meal has to end with a dessert. So we called for their special molten chocolate cake, which came with a little golden leaf on top. cake was absolutely delicious and was melting in my mouth. And finally, when we called for our bill, they gave us these little almond quinoa rocks. These were absolutely scrumptious. And amazingly, they had no added sugar in it. They were made with Californian almonds, quinoa, chocolate and some sea salt. Just like the almond quinoa rocks, they have many more amazing in-house products that they sell, and these are definitely worth having a look at if you visit the cafe.
So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe and exploring the Earth Cafe with me. I shall put the address to the Earth Cafe in the description box. You guys can surely visit it if you visit Mumbai. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.